The Oaks doesn't have as big a field as the Derby, but it's big enough, and it's a shorter run to the first turn. Ground loss determined the outcome last year, and it's going to be a factor again. Bellafina ran 2 big ones last year and followed both with bounces. With 2 months rest, she ran a new top in her seasonal debut, then with 5 weeks rest, bounced, but won. Given 2 months again, she returned to her top, but now she gets just 4 weeks. Bellafina starts out as the fastest filly here, but she may not run her best, which leaves her a strong contender, but vulnerable. Note Callahan has been on fire recently. Champagne Anyone has been extremely well managed, making her accomplishments exceed her ability. She ran a new top last time with the addition of blinkers, but she would need another jump here, and that's unlikely. Chocolate Kisses established a solid 2-year-old top and broke through in a big way in her second start this year. She bounced badly last time, which makes this a tricky read. Stake-level 3-year-olds this time of year should be getting to at least their previous top in at least every other start. And if this one gets back to her 4, she's in the mix. Dunbar Road ran well in her debut and paired that figure last time. In that race, she was wide and earned a much better figure than the winner. With 5 weeks rest, this is a good pattern for a new top, especially for Chad Brown. And this filly is a strong contender. Fleur de Lamar has been highly thought of by Baffert since day one, but so far she hasn't been all that. If she was going somewhere, her last should have been better, but a word of caution. Baffert horses shipping east often explode. Jaywalk never went back as a 2-year-old. Every effort was as good or better than the one that preceded it. Her 2 tries this year were not. Her last was a forward move, but neither was as good as her final 3 last year, and this pattern is shaky. The division has caught up, too. Even if Jaywalk returns to her top, she's just one of the contenders. She'll be overbet, though we do note that with a limited sample, John Service has done well at Churchill. Jiltrin developed 8 points and made a jump to get to that top last time. That's likely to take something out of her. Lady Apple has developed 7 points from a 2-year-old top, but has done it incrementally this year, which should mitigate the damage from the top last time. There's a decent shot she'll pair up and a slight chance for another forward move, which leaves her a borderline contender. Leora got to a decent 2-year-old top and paired it up, which is a good sign. In her second start after shipping south, she jumped to a new top, one that was 4 points better than she ran as a 2-year-old, which is manageable. Not surprisingly, she went back a couple of points last time, but with plenty of rest, there's a good chance she'll get back to her top now, which puts her in this. We do note she's been racing wide recently, and she can't do that here. Motion to Motion has improved greatly this year, and there's no indication those efforts have knocked her out. A new top is coming at some point, and it well could be now, which makes her another contender. Out for a spin, jumped way up to win a Grade 1 last time, a typical Dallas Stewart shocker. But we have to believe a 6-point top and 9 points of development will cause a bounce. Point of Honor jumped to a good one at Tampa before bouncing last time. 3-year-olds do run a high percentage of tops in the spring, so there's a good chance this one will get back to hers, which if she could work out a trip would make her a borderline contender. Positive Spirit jumped way forward to win the Demoiselle last year. He shipped north-south into fairgrounds and ran poorly, as almost all who try that do. Sent back north, she ran much better, and now could be ready to get back to her top. If she does, she's a major player here. Restless Rider ran big over the summer, but didn't get any better as a 2-year-old, though she was solid. Her return this year at Keeneland was a 2-point top, and this is now a tricky read. She could bounce, but a pair-up makes her a contender, and a possible forward move would make her a strong one. Serengeti Empress ran strong figures last year and came out with a return to that level before bleeding through Lasix last time. It's a guess as to what happens now, and here comes an editorial comment. If they ban Lasix, we will be dealing with guesswork like this on a much more frequent basis. He said there will be many times we won't know bleeding was the problem, and we'll have no idea whether the problem has been fixed. But someone will, and they will be betting into the same pools we are, with inside information. There is a reason Lasix is the only drug listed in the program. Lasix is the handicapper's friend. Street Band finally broke through with a 3-point top last time. Pairing up won't do it, and she's more likely to go back than forward. The bottom line for the Oaks is that the three strongest going into the draw were Dunbar Road, Restless Rider, and Bellafina. First two were killed by the draw. Now, we wouldn't be surprised if Chad scratches even if Dunbar Road draws in. All of which leaves Bellafina very strong if she fires, and still pretty strong even if she goes back a couple of points. But she's no value at a short price given the possibility she could bounce. We might be able to create some value in the exotics, however. We don't need to use Jaywalker, Champagne, anyone, both of whom will take money. And there are plenty of live long shots to use under Bellafina, like Chocolate Kisses, Lady Apple, Positive Spirit, Motion of Motion, and Leora.